Gonna be Johnny Appleseed in the opener. Full poly onto Lathvoke with an arcane surge. As the man almost just trips over. Trinket's trying to go for the trip, does get a trip to Johnny. Wait, actually, maybe the right Trinket play. As long as he can get himself a proper setup with Johnny, he may be okay. Trying to go, Johnny making an ice wall? Wait a second, hold up. That's the first time I see Johnny do something like that. Johnny popping down an ice wall to get himself a bit more protection. I like it. Gonna be a poly. Johnny no longer has the big burst, but he's trying to go for a Radiant Spark setup versus Lath. Lath can potentially make a play, trying to make sure he can't be interrupted. Big burst into Johnny. Johnny can be in trouble, got himself the ult time. Lath looking for a bit of a reset behind the pillar. As Johnny trying to push in, got himself still ult time, so maybe we could use that in order to reposition. And Lath looks like he made a full recovery. It's going to be a little bit of a weird duel between the two, because Johnny got went into his big cooldowns are up, trying to go for a polymorph versus Lathvoker. As Lath looking around, he's got his little sword on his little foot. I got a book. Oh, why is it so cute looking? Whoever did the ducks, especially the baby ducks in this expansion, the art team is just incredible. Now, I know I can comment about the art team about like, oh, these spell animations of the Evoker, for example, or some of the spell effects in some of the raids, or the fact that Johnny's gonna blast it out. Oh my god, Lath got himself a good setup. But that duck honestly takes the cake. That's literally already 10 out of 10 expansion in my opinion. Ring of Frost, gonna get interrupted. Johnny could potentially have a go. Knocking back Evoker, sending him flying, but Evoker looking to close the gap. Does not have an interrupt this time around. Johnny may have a proper go here versus Lath. He's gonna hit him with a big blast. Doesn't have breath, it looks like. It's gonna go big meteor. Damage back to Johnny. Johnny just having to fight right through it. Evoker cannot really be stopped right now. Trying to go for some fuel. Big breath by Johnny. Sleepwalk onto Johnny, but Lath, does he take him out? Living Flame to follow. Does he do it? I think trying to go for it. Maybe end up getting a self-heal with that Living Flame. Not a damaged one. Johnny got himself a bit of a wall. Made himself a bit of a defense. It's gonna be Lath trying to see if he can bust right through it. Is able to crack through the wall. Crack through defenses of the mage. Sending a blast at him. Johnny, no health. Does this man just go down? Got himself plenty of temporal though. Jesus, what is the most hard-working temporal I've ever seen. Meteor coming down. Lath is gonna get himself frozen, but may not be the worst. That's a big damage to the Lath though. Could be in trouble. Try to see if he can just get out of there. It's gonna be Johnny looking to close that gap. Touching the magic, his own Lath does get interrupted on fire. Does touching magic do enough damage? Johnny may just have it. Lath looking for a full recovery. Does he get to big barrage? Oh my god, that is so close. That is insanely close between those two. Evoker almost made it on top. I think it's just Johnny ended up getting a couple of those escapes a few times in a row. Johnny dropping a big totem, or a big meteor onto Fizz. Fizz with the diffuse magic, hoping to maybe turn everything around onto Johnny. Johnny with the ultra time, going for a blink, does ruin Fizz midway and sending a couple of missiles his direction. Johnny with a blink as flying, going in for a leg sweep. Can't really lock this mage down at all. He's gonna have to be very, very careful. I don't know how they're midair. But the man boarding back and forth, trying to see if he can get around Johnny. Johnny going in for big blaster damage. Arcane Swordman with a breath to follow. Does go for a big setup. Kyrian, that's going to be tricky. Flying Fizz getting interrupted. Oh, he doesn't trump Johnny, but it's still going to be a big fireball dropping on his head. Nova onto Flying Fizz. Trying to see if he can blast him out. Flying, looking to close the gap. Is going to interrupt him on the Ring of Frost. Johnny has an Ice Bucket coming back up in just 2 seconds. Has everything back up. He may need to Ice Bucket. Try to see if he may be able to just walk away from Flying. Just Flying dropping in the zoo and Johnny looking for that full, mean recovery. Is Flying going for a full steal the miss behind the pillar. Does this monk have a go? Because Johnny no longer got an immunity. You can't really slow down this mage. You can't stop him. Trying to go for root without a leg sweep. Johnny looking to get out of there. Nice Nova onto that Fist of Fury. Does go for a blink. Flying Fist could go for a leg sweep right now. There's nothing Johnny can really do. Does have a leg sweep. He could potentially just do it. It's going to go for a big old kick to take Johnny down. Letting those bones drop to the ground with Alonia going to be up next. Swinging over to Flying. Got him dotted up fully. That's going to be all the bleeds with the Swarm and the Moonfire. Karma to reverse the damage. Flying, looking for a big leg sweep. Maybe that's enough damage. Alonia forced to pop a trinket here. Gonna be Karma onto those thorns. But Flying has to back up out of there. Has to play defensive. Alonia will look to get out of there. But as soon as you see Flying Fizz going defensive, that's where they need to close the gap. They need to get back over, put some pressure on the monk, and then rot him down. Playing a very dot heavy build. So as long as he's got dots on Flying Fizz, and as long as he can pressure him with a couple of maims, he'll be in a great spot. Maim, couple of blue slashes, finish it off with a bite, and Pain Breaker gonna be up next. Charging out towards Alonia, sending the pets in before the Feral can catch a proper reset. Gonna be a big Demon Dog is already in there. The pet is gonna go for full beefy damage with the axe toss going down. And that's gonna be Alonia actually under quite a bit of pressure. Double Felguard or Wrathguard and a Felguard on you with a Fel Lord right next to you. With Shadow Fury around the corner, does get stunned out. It's going to be burning a wall here. There's going to be the Obelisk down. Alonia does go for a Shadow Melt though, escaping the go by Painbreaker entirely. Pain could pick up the eyes in case he wanted to. Gonna be the Fel Guard coming in. A second Fel Guard spawned in. Primary Fel Guard with an Axe Toss. Pain with a big defensive. Demon Dog is over in. Alonia, you may be on limited time. You may be on borrowed time with the fear. The Pets is still on you. Hannah Goldanza coming down. Alonia going behind the pillar. Pets are chasing right after you. Trying to go for a roar. Some of the Pets were getting blasted out. It's gonna be the Axes down. Alonia is gonna be big trouble. That Pet is just punching you down right now. Those Demon Dogs are gonna go for big bites. Demon, oh my god, the Demon Bolts. You have to find a way to deal with these pets. That, or if you're going to be popping wall and barskin and everything, you have to maximize the damage at the same time. Nori is going to be up next. Full wings, go himself a full final reckoning versus Firebreaker. Does the man go down to the final reckoning burst of a paladin? Fear onto Nori. The main pet's still alive. Hannah go down out for Pain. Does pop the wall for this one. Nori may be in a bit of trouble. Definitely might be thinking about that bubble right now. Bubble goes down. Knows they need to make a play right now. They can't press bubble and not make a play. Try to close the gap. Charging out towards the Warlock. Warlock looking for an escape. He just needs to survive until the immunity's down. Does get himself a Dark Pack, which might as well be an immunity of its own. Nori got himself Seraphim. Needs to close the gap. It has to go behind the pillar. Maybe the mistake that makes it pay for it. Stunned by the Axos. The pet goes in full frenzy. It's going to drop down Consecration. Try to go for as much self-healing as possible. Able to maybe recover a little bit, but at 44% dampening with an Obelisk. That pet is absolutely blasting you out right now. If only Demon Doggers were around the corner, I think maybe that could have been it. So Nori has been able to recover by quite a bit. Blessing of Protection, more to call. The Demon Doggers charge in. Fear onto Norium. They try to go for a couple of Shadow Bolts to take the Paladin. Bop actually ends up being quite valuable for Paladin because there's so much physical damage by a Warlock. Axe Styles by second Felguard, and it's over. There's no way. Going for that Kyrian. Wait, Nori got himself Shield of Vengeance. Wait, maybe not out of the game just yet. Trying to fight through it. Oh, the Demon Doggo bite at the end. Oh my god. That is so rough. It's so weird to think about it, but Demonology Warlock does so much physical damage. Or, I mean, rather your pets do, but still, like, it's part of your output. Bellord immediately for Unholy is gonna go for Garrode Ambush. Trying to go for a quick shiv. Gonna be Painbreaker getting in those Demon Doggos. Cloak of Shadows can't really stop the Doggos. Mortal Coil does not get to connect though. Pain looking for a port, but I think Dots maybe are still on him. Got himself a Battle Mass Chicken. Does he have himself a self-heal too? And then How is still in stealth. He's going to be able to get himself Cheap Shot Opener. You need to find some kind of way to CC him right now, right there. No, that is rough. That is rough with Claws charging out versus on How immediately Trinket's blind. Shadow Step, Kidney. That would be the sell for a second, but I think he still got Dots. Oh yeah, Claws ain't going to give you an opportunity. Not even going to give you a chance. CIP, Sip is going to be up next. IBF immediately. As Claus got himself Berserk. It's going to be full Army of the Dead though. Literally the graveyard shift is coming to town. Claus looking for recovery. I don't know if he does it though. Barely any health. It's going to be Sip just gripping him in and does end up recovering with a Mad Ray Gun. Or I'm a Dragon. Going to be up next. Big blaster onto Ray Gun. Knock back onto the Death Knight. Sleepwalk, but it's going to get yoinked over. Got him some big damage, big breath, AMS up for a Sip. If Raygun can just wait out that AMS, he'll be in a great spot. I think it's exactly what he's doing. The Axe is going to be a stun, going for a big Dragon's Breath into a Blast versus Sip. Got himself a Shatterer again. I think Sip is just trying to see if he can fight against his best senses. Trying to do whatever he can versus Raygun. Raygun, wait, maybe in a bit of trouble. Maybe this man underestimated the Death Knight. The pets are closing the gap around the corner. The ghouls are all falling apart little by little. Skulker got his little bow out. Gonna be AMS for that Shatter. Raygun could be in big trouble actually. Wait, does the Death Knight recover? Yoinking it back over. Interrupt them on red. Raygun got himself immunity for a second. Does he have anything to follow right now? He needs someone in this moment. Son, wait, no way. Oh my god, the Death Knight does do it. No way, boys. Oh, that's a tough one. That is a tough situation to be in. That is a tough one. No way. I am surprised he did it. I think maybe as Evoker, he has to like wait until AMS is gone. He has to wait.